Today is Thursday, and I just realized something about trading. I made over 1,600 videos, but it all proved one thing. I made over 1,600 videos, YouTube videos, to tell me this fact. I don't know how to trade. I simply don't know how to trade. It's a fact. See, when I look at these YouTube videos, some of these people who are on there and they're struggling, it feels like they're faking it, right? It seems like they're faking it. Now, people who are doing well, I don't know whether they're faking it or not, but it seems like those people who are genuinely struggling, it seems like they're faking it because it seems like whatever they're saying, it seems like they know what they're doing, but they're really not able to do what they're supposed to be doing. And so it seems like they're faking it or something. So now what we're okay. So now I just realized I've been talking to myself about this. I've been like doing this for like over 3 years of prop firm challenges, and I failed like now, reaching 400 prop firm challenges now, right? Reaching 400 prop firm challenge lost. And I keep doing it because there's nobody around me who's I'm just doing this. I mean, I go to a restaurant, I pay money for it, and so they're okay with that. All right. So I go to a fitness center, I pay for it, so they're okay with it. So when I go to work, uh, I do some work, and so I get paid for that, so they're okay with that, right? So now I'm sitting here, but I'm not getting paid for what the effort that I'm using. All the expenses that I've incurred is not panning out to anything at all. But there's nobody complaining about it. Nobody. There's nobody complaining about it. Nobody's doing anything about it because the only person who's responsible for this is me. I am not complaining. I haven't been complaining for almost 3 years. And that's why it just perpetuates. It keeps going and going and going. I saw this YouTube video about with chat with traders about this software engineer who did the same thing for 8 years. He would earn money. He would dump money into the market for 8 years. And then one day, finally, he said, "Hey, what's going on here? Right? What's going on?" And so it seems to me that's what's going on with me as well. Now it's like almost 5 years, and I've been giving money away. But if it's so hard to see my own image. I cannot see myself. I'm sitting here. I cannot, even though, okay, so I'm like out of body moment, right? I'm going to have this out of body moment right now. Okay, so I'm going to just leap out of my body right there. So I'm right here. I'm hovering, okay? I'm hovering outside of my body. Now I'm looking at myself because nobody else is looking at me, right? Nobody. Nobody in this world is looking at me except me. So now I'm going to have a look at myself, okay? Let's have this out of body moment, all right? Let's have it. Let's have this out of body moment. Let's have a talk, okay? Let's have a talk. All right, it's currently 9:30, all right? It's 9:30. Let's have this talk. We need to have this talk, all right? Okay, so we need to have this talk. Okay, let's have this talk. Let's prepare to have this talk, right? This is a very, very important thing. We need to have this talk. Let's have this talk. Okay, so what is this talk going to be? Because nobody's going to talk to you. Nobody's going to talk to you, man. Nobody. Nobody. It's fine. These prop firms are okay with taking all your money. It doesn't matter. Okay? Costco doesn't care either, okay? Costco wants you to go there and keep buying stuff. It doesn't matter. You can go to Albertsons and buy food. They want you to go there and buy stuff, okay? Okay, this office space, they raised your rent by $100. So you got to pay for that. As long as you're here, take as long as you want, as long as you're abiding by the rules, they'll allow you to be here. Okay? That's a fact. So when your car runs down, hopefully you can afford it, but you're not going to afford it the way that you're going right now. All right? The way that you're going, you're not going to be able to afford it. All right? So, you have to have this, let's have this out of body moment here. Okay, so I'm like floating. I'm floating outside of my body, okay? I'm floating outside of my body now. Now there's two of you. There's two of you. Not just one. There's two of you. Now let's look at yourself. Let's look at yourself and analyzing what this trading thing has become, okay? Even your trading buddy's too busy doing whatever he's doing. He doesn't know. He just does not know, okay? So let's have this out of body moment right here. This is very, very important. This is a point where it's really sad. Okay, it's really, really sad. Okay, you made 1,600 videos and you still haven't figured it out. Okay, you made 1,600 videos and you haven't figured it out yet. Okay, it's been almost 3 years, total of 5 years trying to figure this out, but you still haven't figured it out. Because you haven't found what works. Okay? You haven't really found out what works. Okay? This is very, very important, okay? This is incredibly important. Okay, there's like 95% or 99% of the people who can't do this, but this is something that needs to be discussed. Okay? This has to be talked about. So what happens is that I size big. That's a problem. That's a no-no. I can't do that right now. I have to size correctly with this particular situation in order to, I have to size correctly, okay? So I have to write this down. Let's write this down, okay? Let's write this down, all right? So I have to size correctly, okay? I have to size correctly. If I don't size correctly, it means that if my trade exceeds my skill set and my size is a little bigger than my expectation of it, then I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. Okay? It's a fact. Okay? That's number one. Okay? So the second part is emotion. Okay, so I have a fairly good idea of my emotion, but sometimes I also need to work on that as well, right? Emotions. Okay? Now here's the third part that is very, very important, okay? Third part is, do you really know your setup? Do you? Do you really know your setup? You've been taking these trades like, okay, so what this means is that you failed 4 platform challenges today, which means that you made more than 100 trades. You made more than 100 trades, okay? You made more than 100 trades. It means that out of all those 100 trades, you didn't know how to trade. That's why you failed. That's a fact. We're just having this out-of-body conversation with yourself, okay? Because there's nobody else in this world. Your own kids are not involved. They can't help you either. Your own ex-wife is out of the picture. The whole world, your parents have passed away. There's nobody, okay? There's nobody. It's a really, really sad situation. I'm hearing this, and I'm getting really sad about the situation, okay? That's the reality of the situation. So do you really know what your setup is? And I heard this I saw some of these YouTube videos, some of these YouTube video people before they became good. They were in tears trying to figure this out, okay? They were in tears to figure this out, all right? So what's missing? All right, what's missing? You're 56 years old and you're having this out-of-body moment. And the fact that you've been losing over and over. And in fact, today you lost 3. You actually 4 today. You lost 4. One of them, I don't know. See, you could have stopped at the first one. You should have taken it easy, taking it more carefully. You could have stopped $100 ago, but you just kept doing it. They're perfectly fine. These platforms are perfectly fine taking your money. Okay, they're perfectly okay with taking all the money that you have. Okay, it's a fact. It's a fact. Okay, all right. So So now it's a setup. You're missing the setup. You're not seeing the setup. I saw you trading. I saw you trade all this. You look at you think it's going to be based on the support and resistance, and then when it gets to this support area, you're not sure. You're not sure because anything could happen. It could reach there and it could just drop and go the other direction. That's what it could happen. Because you're not sure. Okay? So you're not sure. So you can't be sure of what's going on. So you have to have a strategy that says, okay, so obviously any trade that I have, you're not sure. You don't know. You really don't know. Okay? You don't know what's going to happen, but you have to have a certain expectation of what's going to happen in those regions when you apply your strategy. And there could be other things that you haven't considered. So you have to think a little bit more about what needs to occur in those areas so that you can say, hey, I've tried my best to reduce all the variables. Okay? You know, all the people in the whole freaking world is laughing at you. Everybody in the whole world is laughing at you because everybody has tried and they failed. Okay? It doesn't matter. Think about it. 99% of the people have failed. Okay? So statistically speaking, no matter how hard you try, you're still going to lose. It's a fact. Okay? And so it doesn't really matter. It's the blip in life. Okay? It's a blip in life. Whether you succeed or not is irrelevant. Okay? It's relevant to the outside world. But it is relevant to you because you're 56 years old. It is probably better to take one platform challenge 3 years ago and keep it till now than going through all this, blowing these platform challenges. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. If your results are not good, then it needs to stop. Okay, it needs to stop. So what seems to be a problem right now is that it seems like you have a. Okay, so I'm trying to analyze what's going on here. So the emotions you still need to work on, obviously, but that's not the problem. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, that can be a problem, but that's not the big problem. Okay, so the other is size quickly. That can also not be a problem because if I'm trading right and it fits with my strategy, then it will work. So what is a strategy? Okay, I have to break this down to a strategy. Okay, so for each of the setups, there are knowns and unknowns that I need to cover. Okay. So I'm gonna discuss that. Okay. So after I make this video, I'm gonna discuss the specific types of trades that I will be making. Okay, and which regions that I need to take and which regions I need to avoid. Okay, whatever the situations I need to isolate myself. I have to have a focused vision of which areas that I will be making the trades and which areas where I will not be taking trades. Okay, so I have to clearly substantiate. So that's the strategy. Okay, so I have to clearly define. Okay, that's where I'm gonna define. And also I'm going to place a stop loss. Okay, that's very, very important. If I don't put a stop loss in there, it has to be rigid. And I've been avoiding that and allowing each of my trades to go like against me. Okay, but I have to set a stop loss in there. And then when I put a stop loss, I can't go big because that stop loss can be triggered because if I have the size too big, it's just going to move right against me. It's going to take my trade. So that has to be rigidly enforced, okay? Also, entry is very important. I noticed that the entry is very, very important because what it would do is when I get in, it'll be a green candle. I'll get in, but what it will do is it'll drop all the way down past a certain point where on the next candle, it'll cause a severe drawdown because it moved. It does that. when it has this when it has this green candle, then the following candle is red, which causes my initial entry to be like wrong. So I need to rethink about where my entry point is, okay? So I have to think all these out and formulate it and keep practicing it, practicing it, practicing it. Okay? However long it takes, I have to keep practicing it, practicing it, practicing it until I become very, 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 very good at it. So I'm practicing that 1,000 to 10,000 kicks. Okay, this is it, man. This is it. If you don't change now, if you don't if you don't stop now and make this work, it'll never work. The reason why it never work is because it already has been 3 years. And now you're reaching 400 platform challenges. You're reaching 400 platform challenges. So you gotta take it very, very seriously. Okay? I don't know what these guys are talking about, like running a business. I have no idea what that means. I still don't know what it means. Because I never had a business. Okay? This is my business. Okay, I do have a business, but I don't know how to run this business. Okay, so what does it mean, like running your own business? What does that mean? So running your own business means you have to start making money. Okay, I think that's what it means. I have no idea what that means, but running my own business means I have to start making money, right? That's what it means. Okay, so is that what it means? So that means I have to. If I run my own business, I have to make money. Make money. Right? The better I run, the more money I make. Okay? So that's what it means. I have to run a business. Business cannot fail. But I consider each of my platform challenge as a business. And if I lose that business, then it's like I have so it means that I have ruined more than 400 businesses. So if I fund a business, that's in a matter of fact, that's what it is, right? So if I take some lump of money and then I start a business, okay, then that money is tied to that specific business, and when that money runs out, then that business is over with, okay. But if that business can still be attempted if I funnel more money into it. But the idea is not to keep funneling money in. The idea is to take the money out. Okay? The way these things are moving, it is possible to take money out, but I have to understand how it works. If I can figure out how it works, then I can start taking money out. Okay? So I have to make a decision here. All right? I have to make a decision. Do I want to keep trading like this without knowing anything? Or do I want to pause a little bit? Pause until I concretely understand how trading works, okay? Trading works by having a back testing kind of thing, which is free. It's free. Back testing is free, but forward testing is expensive. Okay, it's expensive. I haven't heard anybody on YouTube say that they have failed more than 30 times on platform challenges, but you're the first one who has failed almost 400 platform challenges now. 400 platform challenges right now. You failed almost 400 platform challenges. And these people they'll gladly take your money. I haven't heard any of them complaining. They're saying, oh, hey, thank you very much, but good luck. Thank you very much and good luck. I mean, that's all they say, right? Thank you very much and good luck. Okay, that's all they say. It doesn't matter. All right? That's what they say. They're in the business of making money. They are in the business of making money. They're raking in money where I'm losing money. So even though my business is established, I'm not making any money right now. So I need to fix this. Okay, I need to fix this. So how do I fix this issue? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? This is something that that even the paid programs doesn't describe how I'm going to do this, but it has to. I have to think about this. This is running a business. All the world is laughing at you. Okay, so all the world and some people might think, oh, you're faking it. You're faking it because they don't know. They don't know. People who know how to trade recognizes who know how to trade. For those people who don't know how to trade, cannot recognize between somebody who knows how to trade and the people who don't know how to trade. Okay, most likely, uh, there's this YouTube guy who gives signals out. Okay, I think his name is Mamba FX or something like that. Now he's had his company for a very long time. So that means that even though some people say that he doesn't know how to trade, he most likely he does know how to trade. Okay, he does know how to trade. Okay, and he knows how to trade. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, it's very lucrative to make money from giving signals out. Okay, it's like having a it's like gold mining. Okay, so it's better for a store to sell out wheelbarrows and shovels for people to start digging the mountains, because they can just lift up the whole mountain, but it takes a lot of hours, a lot of years, and a lot of equipment, and the equipment runs out and breaks down and it gets worn out. And so it's better to sell those things. So that's what some of these people are doing, right? So the people who really there are so many people who are training people how to trade, and they say that they have they trade thousands and thousands. So they must be these thousands of people must be that 1%. Okay, these thousands of people are the 1% of the people who are trading. And I saw this YouTube video of this guy this guy in Dubai, and so they were doing this little match, right? So he has friends who are doing the same thing, but this guy is at such a high level, but he's able to make money, but his friend doesn't make any money. So even though they know each other, but they still, some of these people who know how to trade can't make money for some reason, right? So now I'm having this out of body conversation about looking at myself to see what really needs to happen. Okay, I know that I know that you want to make money right now, right? I know that you want to make money today, but it's not going to happen. I can guarantee you it's not going to happen. You've already proven it. 3 years, 5 years now. Okay, 3 years with platform challenges, and then now you came close a few times, but it's out of sheer luck, right? And so that's the current situation. And all the money that you have has been burnt. It's gone. You've used it. It disappeared. You're flat broke. You have no money, right? So you really have to you really have to look at yourself. You really, really, really have to look at yourself right now. Is your business surviving? Okay, is your business, how do I put this? Are you in the business of making money, or are you in the business of losing money? You have to figure this out. Otherwise, you have to figure this out. If you don't figure this out, it's going to be all over. You have to figure this out. Are you in the business of making money, or are you not? Okay? So I know you want to trade. I know. I know you have to do something. But you have to spend your time, you have to spend time concretely understanding where to get in and where not to get in. And you have to size it appropriately, okay? You have to size it appropriately. And the risk, you have to weigh the risk of what each of these trades will do. Unless you figure this out, you're just going to keep doing this for, you can make today the first day. The first day of trading. All the other days were just practice. All the other days were just practice. You can make this today. You can make today. Today is, what is that? May 15th? Today's May 15th, 2025. There are 3 5s in there, okay? You can make today your first day of trading. You can finally get on the starting line of this marathon, okay? All the other days, you've been just running around like bumping into walls and trying to figure out what's going on. But now today is the first day of figuring out where the starting position of this marathon race is. Okay? Today is the first day. Today is the first day of trading. Make it that way. Okay? Prove it. Write it out. It's 9 o'clock. It's almost 10 o'clock now. Okay? So you've blown through 4 platform challenges in a matter of 2 hours. 4. You did 4 in a matter of you did this in a matter of 2 hours. Okay? Has that not taught you anything, even after 3 years of doing this? What has that taught you? What that should be giving you some like spidey senses. It should be telling you you're doing something wrong. Okay? So you've tried, okay? So this backtesting is very, very important. So today is the first day, okay? Today, let's write this down. Today is the first day. Okay. Now I'm going to take you on a journey. Now that I have fumbled and I've done things and I have messed with things a lot, now I'm going to take you on a journey. Okay, I am going to take you on a journey. You don't have to pay me money. You don't have to buy anything. Okay, and you don't have to do anything. But I'm going to take you on a journey. As of today, I thought to myself, if I taught somebody how to trade, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I take the lessons that I've learned from Mel Brooks, which I haven't figured that out still, okay? And why would I take $50,000 of lessons that I have and place it on YouTube and teach somebody anyway, right? But I'm going to take this journey. I'm going to take this journey on a methodical level. I'm going to divulge, okay? I'm going to discover trading with you, okay? I don't know what's going to happen, okay? I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm going to disclose how to trade the way that I trade and disclose it publicly on YouTube. Every minuscule part of it, okay? So that I teach myself, okay? And I will put it on YouTube, and whoever gets it, okay? So I'm gonna do that as of today, okay? I'm gonna do that as of today. So today is the first day, okay? Today is the first day. 5 years have passed, okay? I've been fumbling. I'm like dozing off and not knowing what to do. I'm getting a little bit bored in between when the market is open, but now I realize what I need to do. Okay? I'm going to disclose this. People talk about, well, okay, in this 15 minutes, I'm going to teach you everything about trading. Aha. I've seen a lot of videos like that. Okay? I've seen a lot of videos like that. But I still don't understand it. Okay, so now I'm going to publicly and realistically define how trading is done. And I'm going to concretely define what it is and how the results are so that I can prove it out and document it. Really, this really is, okay, so if I were to draw a starting line, okay, right here, right there. So that means that I need to prepare. So I'm going to step back a little bit, okay? I know where the starting line is. The starting line is when I have proven it without spending any money. And once I do that, then so I'm essentially at a point where I am in the preparation stage right now. Okay, so I'm going to prepare. I'm going to prepare things in order to get into the race. But the race has not started. The race is going to be in the future. But my desire to quickly make as much money as possible has hindered my progress to becoming a profitable trader. Let me state it again. My need to make money from the market as fast as possible has hindered me from preparing myself to make money from the market, because when I put it in, it's like it's sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I could have a long stretch. It's like flipping a coin. When I flip a coin, sometimes it's heads, sometimes it's tails. And when a bunch of heads comes up, I'm thinking, hey, I know what I'm doing. But when I flip again, it's going to be tails. So in reality, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay? So now I'm at a point where now I need to think this out. I've seen things. I've seen what's going on, what works and what, I've seen the market. Okay? I've seen how I've recollected. I have an idea now. I have brought in the way that the market moves. I have taken in the information of the market. Now I need to prepare how to address when these things are occurring in front of me, okay? So today, okay, so there's two stages. There's two stages of, there's essentially three stages of, okay, so there's three primary stages of becoming a profitable trader. So I'm going to start discussing this. I'm going to now really get into this situation. Okay, I'm really going to now engineer this and become a profitable trader. Okay, but there's three stages. First stage is preparation. Okay, and then start trading, and then after that, the scaling, right? Massively. Those are the three stages that I'll be doing. Okay, so today is the first day. Okay, so what I'm gonna write this down, and I'm gonna walk through it. I've spent enough time loitering around, wasting my time, wasting my money, just wasting away. Okay, it's time for me to really get into the business of really making this business work. This business has been losing money for the past 5 years. Now it has to. Okay, so I'm gonna methodically see. I can say this, but I may not do it. Okay, so I'm gonna post it and I'm gonna start doing it. Okay, I'm gonna make a list of things that I will do. Okay, right after I do this, I'll go to the restroom. I'll come back. I'll make a list, and I'm gonna write down what I'm going to do and start doing it. Okay,